Kenneth Gainwell is the most important person in the world. Why? I guess you'll have to stay and find out.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, boys. It's time. We are so close to the fantasy football playoffs beginning. I can't even believe it. I know that you guys can't even believe it. We are here. The drafts are coming thick and fast. They have new tournaments up on Underdog. We have got let's see, how many do we have? We have the Gauntlet. We have the Mitten 3, the Little Gauntlet 2, the Summit, and the Big Mitten 2. So if you're wanting to win a ton of money, then I guess you know where to go. I'm going to head on over to Underdog. You can use promo code Davis if you have never played on Underdog before. You can sign up. You can get yourself a nice little deposit bonus. We are going to keep drafting in the Gauntlet, and I'm going to explain why Kenneth Gainwell is, in fact, the most important player in the entire world. 57 entries left in the Gauntlet. Let's make a dent in that today. How's everyone doing today, man? Are we having, how much snow did you guys get? A lot of snow for your boy. I had to shovel my driveway last night. It was not that great. But we're going to start out by having the 5th pick. So we have a chance for the nutted start. We have a chance for my favorite start, the Barkley Mahomes. Yes, the Summit was a fun contest to draft. Delicious Grizzly, I owe you an email. I will be getting back to you probably later this afternoon. Josh, 400 calories yesterday. Yeah, my gym was closed yesterday, so that was not great. But come on, dude. How soft do you have to have a snowblower, bro? You gotta be awful soft. Wow, 10 inches in OP, huh? That's crazy. Drafted versus you last night, 9 p.m. Yes. Saw the contest open last night. Had to knock out some little mittens. My guy Tolan over there on twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. Shout out to all of you guys who are watching on Twitch. Miles Ahead 17, always hanging out on Twitch. Another good friend over at twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. A reminder, if you have Amazon Prime and you have a Twitch account, you can be watching these videos and these streams free, no advertisements, no interruptions. There you go. Twitch hype. Thank you, Mr. Just Another Cousin. Hey man, I got my driveway's not that big, but you know what? I'm a grown man. CW89. I am a grown man. I go outside. I grab my shovel. I wonder who the sidekick is going to want me to take at 5. Is the sidekick going to want me to take Patsy? Probably will. Yes, we have some new emotes. Some new stuff. I'm slowly but surely improving the user experience over at twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. All right, Jahmyr Gibbs goes. I'm gonna take Patsy. I'm gonna take Mr. Mahomes. I want to have about 30% of my teams have Chiefs representative. This user experience is feeling improved. Well, there we go. We're trying, man. It's hard to build two things at once. Don't want the YouTube membies to feel that they're getting shorted, but I want the twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. I do love a good Bills-Lions team. All right. Shubes 1, 2. Oh, look at this. We're starting out our day. We've been blessed. We've been blessed with the Mahomes Barkley start. This is probably a great spot to explain why Kenneth Gainwell is the most important person in the world. Here we go. Here we go. As Jake says, here we go. So when you don't get this start, the Jalen Hurts team doesn't get Barkley. In my view, I think the Eagles are probably the best team in the NFC. I think they're the most, even though they have to play an extra game, I think they are the best team in the NFC. I think they're the most likely team to be the representative of the NFC in the Super Bowl. If you look at the teams that are most likely to make it in the AFC, so we've got the Chiefs, who have a muddled running back situation. Those guys might not make the optimal, even if they get there. Then you have Ravens. Derrick Henry is very expensive. And then you have the Bills, who have running backs who are probably not going to score that well, right? So in order to have a complete lineup in the Super Bowl, basically Gainwell just makes sense in all of those builds. And if you were to know right now, like if I was to predict, can I know who if I could choose to know one player's score in the Super Bowl, I think it would be Gainwell or Justice Hill. Now, obviously, that implies knowing that they get to the Super Bowl, so the 0 points would be helpful as well. But if I knew that Gainwell got like, I don't know, let's call it 11 points, like he scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, my exposure to him would be even more. Yes, Ty Johnson, Justice Hill, Samaj P. Ryan, Kenneth Gainwell, Cam Akers, all these guys. They're not to say they're the best plays, but they are the most important plays. Aaron got pushed off the chop of the Westgate Gold Survivor with the drop JSN 2-point conversion. My guy walked through the snow to the gym yesterday in KC. There we go. Keaton Mitchell, put him in that category too. Basically, Kenneth Gainwell is subtext for running back twos on the teams that are most likely to make the Super Bowl with the expensive quarterbacks. All right, Sidekick wants Kelsey. Sidekick wants Kelsey or JMO. I'm not going to do JMO. So let's do Kelsey. I don't really change the strategy much based on if one advance or two advances. Obviously, maybe you're a little bit more likely to take like a second quarterback or a one. Like I guess 1 of 6 advance guys like Puka, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin. Some of these guys, the one-off pieces are maybe a little bit more valuable in those formats. A Will Shipley chasing touchdown would be a perfect end of the season. That's true. It certainly would be. Hot take, Hurts should be the 101. Hurts should be the 101. Well, I guess it comes down to who do you think is more likely to make the Super Bowl? The Bills or the Eagles? So I mentioned this on the Swolecast if you guys were watching, but I actually love this start where you take a Raven. We're going to take Mark Andrews. So the team then becomes Mahomes, Barkley, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. And you might say, Davis, why would you take Mark Andrews? Why wouldn't you take an NFC player? And I could have taken Puka Nacua. I could have taken Kyron Williams. But the Ravens obviously are locked in to week 1. That's nice. And the Ravens are also locked in to not having to play the Chiefs until the conference championship. So you know that you're going to get the maximum amount of points possible in the conference championship round if you take Chiefs and Ravens. So I like combining Chiefs Ravens. I like combining Bills Chiefs. I think those are really undervalued stacks because you are maximizing the amount of points you get in the conference championship round. I feel like if ADPs are the same and you're taking a portfolio view, you should be getting your Chiefs and Lions in 2 advanced contests and your rate. No, I don't think that. Yeah, the Ravens are going to beat the Steelers by like 40 points. I wonder if the Steelers even score. Honestly, I could see the Steelers getting shut out in that game. The Steelers have basically been the worst team in football. Man, Steelers are 10-point dogs. They are a really, really bad team. Like I just don't like. What if the Steelers do well? Their defense is not even particularly good anymore. All right, Sidekick is wanting Hollywood or Bateman. I am gonna swerve here. I know Puka went already. So I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna take Dallas Goedert, actually. I think Goddard made a lot of sense there. And we don't have a second NFC quarterback, but we can make it a second AFC quarterback if we want, and that'll actually open up a second Super Bowl. Or we could take Jacobs. I think the Sidekick is not realizing. Well, the Sidekick does realize, but I don't really care if we don't get Hollywood because we can take Hopkins. Yeah, look at this. We are super amped up. Kelsey, Andrews, Goddard. It's elite tight end season, brother. Huh. Hollywood. Yeah, let's just get Hollywood out of the way here. And we've got a couple different avenues we could go. All right, so the team is Mahomes, Barkley, Kelsey, Andrews, Goddard, Hollywood. We can earmark the final pick for Kareem Hunt or Samaj P. Famously, here's the thing you guys don't understand. You're going to come all the way back around. Full PPR, bad for tight ends. Half PPR is actually good for... Think about it. I'm telling you guys, think about it. Half PPR actually good for tight ends because it's a touchdown platform. Half PPR is all about the touchdowns. It's all that matters. Terry Jaden could have been good there. Well, Terry Jaden could have been all right. I can still add a second NFC team, right? So I think well, and I wouldn't want to add the Packers. So you were right. You know what? Yep. There we go. You were right. Terry Jaden was the move. Should have had my thinking cap on. Thinking cap was not on, but that's okay. I mean, it's just like, okay, but in the context of having an Eagle, Dallas Goedert is just, would you rather have Dallas Goedert or Jahan Dotson? You'd rather have Dotson. If you have the Ravens, you want a Raven, do you want Zay Flowers, Bateman, or Mark Andrews and have PPR? You definitely would prefer Mark Andrews. Kelsey versus Worthy. I basically coin flipped that one in my head, you know? Now, what does this guy in between me have set up? This guy in between me is snapping off Chiefs. All right, well, hey, man. It did fall to me. Let's take Jaden first because I can take Ertz or Eckler or whatever if I need to. I do like Hurts Henry starts. I think they're unique, and I think they're fairly strong. You have to make sure you get Goddard on those teams because you're very unlikely to get Devonta Smith, and then you're going to end up with like Dotson and Calcaterra and Gainwell. That actually, the Jalen Hurts Derrick Henry start, that is another one where Kenneth Gainwell is the most important person in the world. Whole team does not work. All right. Well, Terry did go. Let's take likely. All right. This team losing McLaurin hurt there. Losing McLaurin was not great there. What is Shubes 1-2-3 doing? What is this guy doing? He has got 3 Lions, but then he's got a Chief, a Ram, a Commander, a Texan. Not really sure what's going on there. Gainwell, based on the amount I have, I hope that I think this is likely to be an Eckler team. The green collect button is frozen on Twitch for me. I don't know how to yes. I guess I don't know there. Does it because he had Goff and he did not have another AFC stack lined up. He is, but so I guess should I have taken McLaurin first? What could I have done to disincentivize him from taking my guy? Yeah, this is definitely going to end up being an Eckler team. This team is not very good. It's fine, but it's not great. You're just going to have to nail the advanced rate piece. You're going to have to nail this year's Ferguson. You're not just going to be able to take Puka in the 7th round or whatever. You are going to have to find, to advance Kansas City, Detroit, you're going to have to find the round 10 guy who smashes. And here we go. Oguzi takes Kenneth Gainwell, the most important man in the world. Yeah, I guess I should have taken McLaurin first. And I guess I don't care, actually. Yeah, Pirine is the one that I need to take statistically. I assume, Kareem Hunt went. All right, so we've got Pirine. So we have Mahomes, Pirine, Kelsey, Hollywood. And then we take Eckler. Yeah, QJ and McMillan. You can't even get them 100% of the time anymore. All right, Eckler. There we go. I think we saved this team. I think we did. Takecast Friday. Takecast will be, so I did not do one last week. My apologies. Takecast will be back on Friday with, drumroll please, Peter Overzet. Peter Overzet will be the guest this week on the Takecast, and then we will be back to normal scheduled programming. Drew Dinkmeyer is going to be the guest next week, and we will be back on a more normal schedule for the rest of the year. The Cash Game King. Yes, the Cash Game King will be there. All right, final team. Someone asked for a little bit more analysis on these teams. So final team, Mahomes, Barkley, Kelsey, Andrews, Goddard, Hollywood Brown, Jaden Daniels, Isaiah Likely, Samaje Perine, Austin Eckler. Did I make any mistakes on this team? So I think Goddard, I think you just absolutely have to have. You could make a pretty good argument that I maybe should have tried to set up what 10 Minute did, where I try to take Mike Evans and Bucky as the second NFC team. I think you could probably make an argument that I should have taken Terry McLaurin first. Kelsey over Worthy, probably a mistake, but I'm basically just splitting that. Half the time I take Kelsey, half the time I take Worthy. I agree. I like Worthy a little bit more as well. And then we have got Pirine, who was needed for this team, and then Eckler. I think that is yeah. Here's the deal about advance rate pieces. I have over 600 playoff best ball teams, so I'm probably not needing to advance a bunch of raw. I mean, obviously advancing, like you just need to have a lot of teams. How do I conceptualize? I don't conceptualize it. I just keep drafting. 4 tight end team. What could go wrong? How much do I consider ownership when drafting long shot teams? Like, does a Chargers Super Bowl appearance have to be 20x more likely than a Broncos Super Bowl if they're 20? So, John, I don't think you're thinking wrong, but I think that basically the math that would be needed to do that, I don't have access to, and I honestly don't see anyone in the market doing that. You know? Like, because ADP is, what's the right way to say this? So ADP is not like a dollar cost. Like if you're trying to think about this like a poker game or something, think about like pot odds in poker, right? You can conceivably it is knowable the actual like value of your hand the value of your hand in a hand of poker, right? And you can know like what a move will do to you dollar wise. Like, oh, this is the EV of a fold, this is the EV of a call, this is the EV of a raise. And you can't do that exactly in playoff best ball because we don't have a great way to value the like, for example, look, what is the EV of drafting 6? Like, maybe Nerdy Tenor knows, but I don't know. I don't ever take Mahomes in the top 3 for unique pairings, but I think it's a pretty interesting idea. Wow, Lamar at 1. So we are going to take Josh Allen. Also, that's another reason to not take Mahomes in the top, or just not to do weird things in general. Because the room is going to give it to you sometimes. WD Simp 12 decided that he wanted Lamar. So we're going to take Allen, and we're just going to let the room do its thing. We had a Henry instead of Hurts. Copper Prices, friend of the show. Shubes, 123-376, not a friend of the show. Yeah. Well, hopefully JFC guys, hopefully I just win the gauntlet and Shen crutches his money this year. But if I am poor again next year and not wanting to max the gauntlet, you slide in my DMs and we can figure it out. But I'm gonna ship it, and I'm gonna send Crutches his money, and we're gonna ride off into the sunset. Can best ball ever truly be solved like poker or chess? Well, no, because and I don't know anything about chess, so maybe chess is not a solved game. But in best ball or in DFS, and we are going to take James Cook, the player values, the hand values, the starting hand values, if you will, the pocket aces, it's always changing. You know, it's always the starting hand values are always changing, and you also don't know. You don't know the starting hand values. Or that's not wrong. You know the starting hand values, but like imagine if pocket aces wouldn't always represent itself as pocket aces in a hand of cards. Like sometimes pocket aces would actually be 9-10 suited. So I think it's hard to quote unquote solve a game that doesn't have, yes. Imagine if one of your aces got hurt. JMO? Hey, I guess it is just JMO. You tell me. You tell me, B Kurt 4. Solo Ravens build is a good one. I have no issue with what he did taking Lamar over Josh. I really don't. I wouldn't do it all that often myself, but yes. AA still loses 82% of the time against the range of hands that opponents could have, though. Solver, yes, but that is missing the point of what I'm saying, which is that you can know that that pocket aces loses 82% of the time. You cannot know how often. You can project how often the computer thinks that Lamar will beat Josh Allen over 4 games, but it's unknowable, and some people will be better at projecting it than others. I have no idea. I literally this is not a chess channel. You would have to ask You'd have to ask Chess Liam. Yes, this Lion stack that people get sometimes. I got one of these last night. Gibbs, St. Brown, Goff. I actually don't love taking Shakir there. I think taking Shakir there I think he should take Laporta, but whatever. Just got Gibbs, St. Brown, Mahomes, Kelsey, Worthy. Oof. GM, Patrick. If you get that start, I mean, don't listen to me, buddy. Do not listen to me. What do I know? Very little is the answer to what I know. Very, very almost nothing is what I know. And you know what? I'm gonna give you a gift too. Watch what I'm about to do for you. About to give you an absolute gift, Mr. Prices. If best ball was solvable, then a bunch of other sports betting would. Well, I mean, sports betting is dead because you have to bet every game at -110, and the sportsbook gets to bet every game at +110. You know? Yeah, this is if the Buccaneers win their game, this is a sick team. If the Buccaneers lose their game, it's not a very fun one. This is a good title. I knew what I was doing when I cooked this one up. Because I've just been thinking, like, how important are Kenneth Gainwell and Justice Hill, man? They're so important. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Well, this is true in the sense that I forget a lot of things. Ask my wife how forgetful I am. Ask my wife about my attention to detail. All right. Allen, Cook, Bucky, J-Mo, Evan. This is gonna be a Dawson Knox ass team. Thank you to all of the Twitch viewers and supporters. I've been doing some research as part of my New Year's resolutions, and growing on Twitch sounds absolutely exhausting, man. I mean, obviously, I don't know how many points Jennings is going to score in the Super Bowl, but I think he's a pretty good analog to Juwan Jennings. This is the gauntlet, sir. I'm actually not maxed out in the mitten because there's a mitten 3. All right. Sidekick wants Lad. Is Dobbins still available? 52 more gauntlets, brother. 52 more gauntlets. Yes. Okay. We will take Lad, and then we will take Dobbins. Or maybe we don't care if we don't get Dobbins because we have James Cook and Bucky. I think we don't care. Yeah. We actually don't care. I also hope I take one of these down. All right, WD Simp is an asshole. So that guy's an asshole. All right, Kincaid. Why did this man snap off J.K. Dobbins? So he has Lamar, Jefferson, Devonta, Flowers, Bateman. Absolutely, I'm sorry, dude. This is nonsensical. You are an idiot. You needed Isaiah Likely so much more than you needed Dobbins. You would have been better off. Who else would he have been better off with? Jacobs. Oh my God. All right, dude. Not to be the best ball guy who's tilting at other people in the room, but that is terrible. Yeah, Dude, I love Twitch. I am. It sounds like it's a legit concern that Amari Cooper will not play this week, and part of the reason for being so in on the Bills is that they are going to give you, if they win a Super Bowl, they're going to give you 4 games, and so losing a game from Cooper, to me, I want Keon and Kincaid over him every time. What did I learn most this year in best ball? What I learned most is that running bad in front of thousands of people on YouTube is very painful. It's very painful to run that bad. Yeah. Very painful. Good lesson in humility. Very good lesson in humility for me. This is what it's like to be a loser in front of a lot of people. Take your medicine. If you're going to lose, don't lose like a petulant little child. Take your medicine and get back up and keep grinding. Keon Coleman. Bang. Sounds like Demont is already like running. Joking. Sounds like Demont is like already like playing. So that's pretty crazy. All right. We have Allen, Cook, Bucky, J-Mo, Mike Evans, Ladd, Kincaid, and Coleman. All right. I don't think it's Tim Patrick. No, it's Montgomery. Montgomery is a way better pick. I have no concerns about Jalen Hurts. None. Zero levels of concern. Yeah, this guy's a big lib Twitch politics streamer, right? Hassanabi. I did in one of the things I was researching, I did realize that like raids and like collabs are really big on Twitch. Yeah, Demont sometimes just slides. Who's Sam Hyde? Is he another politics streamer? I can't. The thing is the thing that's so hard for me to do with lib politics people is they don't like Bitcoin. So what am I supposed to do with that? I really, I am not woke to these people, dude. I spend all day, yeah. I definitely do not call me a libertarian. There's no chance. No chance. I'm not Brian Hooper's child. The thing, I mean, if Demont plays, he is going to be fantasy relevant. Yes. I mean, look, this is true. All you got to do is ship a contest and the subs will come. Jalen McMillan is a good one-off here. Jalen McMillan's a really good one-off here, actually. Do I want Jalen McMillan or do I want a second bear? Oh. What's the land the plane? You guys got to tell me how to land the plane. Hey man, Liam makes no effort in his thumbnails or titles or anything, and ships it. Yeah, I think the sidekick is right about it being Jalen McMillan. But iMagikarp just told me in Discord. I don't know. I have no idea what he's saying, but I'm going to take Jalen McMillan. I took Jalen McMillan. Don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's fine, but I wonder if another Bills piece could have maybe been better there, because there's just some percentage of the time where 5 Bills is going to be the nuts for the Super Bowl. A pretty low percentage of the time, but definitely some percentage of the time. Well, actually, probably not. Yeah, I have more subs than Liam because I have more subs than Liam because I make a video every day and I work hard. I do my own thumbnails and I like put a lot of time into doing like tags and things, right? But Liam just he just presses the button and has 6,000 subscribers. Yeah. Also true. There you go. Copy paste dates is on Liam's most recent vid thumbnail because he didn't make it. It's true. It's true. I'm more kitchen adjacent. I'm further up on the tree. And therefore, because I'm further up on the tree, I am gifted with more YouTube subs. Oh, yes. Absolutely. In fact, I was I started working on how I'm going to do prospect stuff this morning. Basically, I have to decide, do I want to try and edit my own videos for Dynasty stuff? Do I want to hire an editor? Do I want to do live streams? Do I want them to be solo videos? Do I want to have guests on those videos? I don't know yet. Oh, Hurts at 4, dude. That is a shipper. This is I would not vote for Andrew Tate. I would not vote. But the UK's politics is all messed up over there right now. You should grind the big board. The big board is God's contest. He can't do the backwards ABCs. Kitchen could be big. Kitchen could definitely be big on the internet. Don't let anyone make you feel any different. Wow, this guy peak monster. Yeah, don't let me say the US politics is solved either. What is this guy doing? Jared Goff, Justin Jefferson. That is a bad start, brother. That is terrible. Yep, and by the way, Kenneth Gainwell, the most important man in the world. I do love this start. This start is so good. The Hurts Henry start. Man. Remember, what is this guy doing with Jared Goff and Justin Jefferson? Brother, he's playing. You think Jalen Hurts is not playing in a playoff game because of a concussion he suffered 2 weeks ago? I got a bridge to sell you in Idaho. I am the sky. 9 people over on Twitch. There we go. Yes, if I don't get Gainwell on this team, I mean, my God, what are we even doing here? You guys like the thumbnail, by the way? Pulled that out with Nick Sirianni and the Kenneth Gainwell shirt. No one works harder in the thumbnail game other than the guy that Peter pays to do his thumbnails. That guy probably works really hard. All right. Easy pick here. Devonta Smith. Yeah, and the line is not going to move towards Green Bay. By the way, this is probably just good information to know. We should know, what did Kenneth Gainwell do in the most recent 2 Super Bowls? Or the most recent 2 playoff runs for the Eagles. So the game they got shithouse last year, he got 2 targets. 2022 is probably the more relevant sample. Kenneth Gainwell in the playoffs when they made the Super Bowl. What did he do? 12. Oh my God. Imagine we get that. Imagine we get the 2022 version of Kenny Gainwell. Touchdown, 14 for 48. 4 receptions, 20 yards. Incredible. You can't ask for anything more than that. Well, just has to compete with Saquon. I mean, it's simple. What if Saquon gets hurt, bro? Did you think about that? Bet you didn't. Bet you didn't think about that. 1 second. Sounds like someone's knocking on my door. I'll be right back. That was not even an auto draft on Kelsey, brothers. We didn't even... I picked him... Guys, you thought I was going to auto draft? That was on my phone, brother. And I bet he was top of the sidekick anyway. Because we're setting up Eagles-Chiefs or Eagles-Ravens. You guys don't know ball. And I do know ball. That's the thing you got to know about me. Some people are just built different. It was someone who sent my wife flowers because our dog died. Probably from her dad. I didn't look though because I had to come back to my live stream. I don't have very much Daniels, which feels like a mistake. Goddard, very easy pick here. We are killing it. Adam, you already know the answer to this. I already maxed the summit, brother. The summit has been maxed this morning. Yep. Not ideal, man. Not ideal. Need to get a little bit more. My dog's name was Mishka. She was literally the GOAT dog. She was you can't find a better dog. Miss her a lot. Got a 6-month-old golden retriever puppy who is keeping me busy though. It really does, man. Yeah, Washington TB really screams the advanced pieces. Like the Buccaneers and the Commanders are not making the Super Bowl. Yeah, should I have made this the title of the video? Jalen Hurts is not injured. Jalen Hurts will be playing. Jalen Hurts will be playing at full capacity. Jalen Hurts will get 23.5 DraftKings points next week. All right, we already have Flowers. We can eat Flowers here just fine. Yeah, that's fine. Don't love him. But Harbaugh did say he was day-to-day. Now, is he lying? I don't know. Hurts wasn't injured last year. He was just terrible. They were just awful in that game. These Chiefs, Eagles, Ravens stacks are so coded for the Super Bowl. They're really, really good teams for Super Bowls. No, I'm not taking a second quarterback. Well, 90% of the time, I'm not taking quarterback when I have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or Jalen Hurts. However, there are maybe some spots where it would add in a second Super Bowl. Like if you have Hurts and then you end up taking Darnold because you took Justin Jefferson or something, I could see it. Did Gainwell already go? Yeah, let's just ship Pacheco. Free money. The number 1 team is fire. Allen, Cook, J-Mo, Aaron Jones, Shakir. You don't. Do you really want Aaron Jones teams without Justin Jefferson? You want a Super Bowl that doesn't have Justin Jefferson? Amari Cooper. I disagree. I don't think. I mean, it's a fine team. I'm not saying it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's like a team you absolutely wanted to have. Yes, tight end required on DraftKings. Well, sadly, I think it's going that way. Vikings are being treated as advanced pieces now. I think we're all overreacting a little bit about the Vikings, just a little bit. There, yes, one game itis. I still think the Vikings are a very good team. I still think the Vikings are just really quite a good team. Yeah, Pacheco is gonna have had in the last 31 days before the Super Bowl, he's gonna have had 4 carries. You guys ready to get woke? Kenneth Gainwell is the most important person in the world. Kenneth Gainwell, the most important person in the world. Yeah, basically, Isaiah Pacheco is going to have a crazy amount of rest before that game. This dude... Gibbs, St. Brown, Laporta. He did this all after Goff went, and he instead of using the Chargers, he did the Broncos as his AFC Super Bowl representative. I do legitimately wonder this. Does Kenneth Gainwell know how important he is? Does Kenneth Gainwell know that we need him to be special and safe? Kenny Gainwell, baby. It was always meant to be. Hurts, Henry, Pacheco, Gainwell, Devonta, Kelsey, Goddard, Flowers. This team, oh shit, likely already went. So I agree that this is true, but if one of them is going to score a 50-yard touchdown and giga smash, it's going to be Pacheco. Yeah, it's definitely Noah Gray here. We could add an NFC advance piece. What do we got for NFC advance pieces? Hawkinson. It's really just Hawkinson, I guess. Maybe Ertz. Devonta, Goddard. Well, actually, no. I should add another Raven. Yeah, this is Nelson Aguilar. I certainly think it's possible. I wouldn't say this is the most likely scenario. Do I think it's possible? It won't be as much for running back split in Kansas City, and they were saving Pacheco for the playoffs. Certainly possible. But I don't. I think it's going to be a split. I think P. Ryan is going to play on third downs. Yeah. Nelly Aguilar, baby. This is the Zay Flowers is injured, and Aguilar fills in for him. Inactive versus the Browns, huh? Yeah, then why are you even playing? If you take Jaden Daniels with Hurts, why are you even playing this contest? If you do this 100% time, what's the purpose of this? You're just hoping that your first round pick fails? I don't get it. Yeah, Yeah, this could be true. I think the Chiefs fully plan on giving Pacheco his job back, and then they saw him play, and they were like, "Oh, maybe Hunt needs to be involved." Have you done a playoff bracket? I haven't. NFL playoff bracket. Let's see. Can I do one that's? Is there a way to do this that's fun? Is there like a chart somewhere that we can fill it all out at? NFL playoff bracket. Free NFL playoff predictor 2025. Sure. Let's do it. All right. The Bills are going to win. The Eagles are going to win. I think the Commanders are going to win. The Ravens are going to win. The Chargers are going to win. And I think the Vikings are going to win. The Lions will beat the Commies. Yeah, looks like I don't really have any... There you go. I don't really have any good takes for you guys. That is about as boring as it gets. Sorry, fellas. No good takes. I mean, and like, don't get me wrong, like the Eagles could lose any game. Rams Vikings is like a total coin flip. I like both of those guys right now, Tylan Wallace and Charlie Collar. Yeah, I think they're both a little bit undervalued. Maybe not undervalued, but underdrafted. For sure. Yeah, I mean, certainly if I think if I could know the result, I really wish I could know the result of that game, because those are really good advance rate pieces, and getting 2 games from the Buccaneers are more fantasy friendly, obviously. Like I said, I don't, and the individual games I don't have any particularly hot takes on, but I agree the Rams, very, very possible for them to go on a run. Matt Stafford in the playoffs, his offensive line is healthy. Puka and Kupp got to rest. I mean, they really need something from Cooper Kupp, right? Yeah, Commies Bucks is a crazy fantasy game. Like, ridiculous fantasy game. What would the over-under of Commanders Buccaneers be? All right, Josh Allen, 101. Easy peasy. It's just crazy with the Bills stuff. The Bills teams just build themselves. Like I can do this with my eyes closed. I should try and do one with my eyes closed. I mean, they are against a very good team. Probably the team I think is the best team in the I do not have a Sidekick promo code. My advice to you would be, if you do want a Sidekick for this, would be to just do the year version of it. If you're planning on drafting big boards or Best Ball Mania, that's just my advice. Up to you. Yes. Yeah. I mean, this contest we are playing, the Gauntlet, the Mitten, the Little Gauntlet 2. Well, it's also $200 for a month. And $200 for a month, I think, is a good deal if you're going to draft 500 teams. It's probably more economical to do a year for 500 than a week for 200. Yeah. You guys know me. I use the Caddy for BR, but this tool is very strong for playoff best ball. Well, it's less of a dupe game on DraftKings, but the contest is also massive. It is a huge contest. like unbelievable. So still a dupe game. Yeah, last year it was very cheap, the Sidekick. Which, one way or the other. I think you certainly don't want the Sidekick to be, dude, I'm sorry, man. You just got to learn ball, dude. You're killing me. How many fantasy points a game do you think Jalen Hurts averages? Anyway, I can't with this anymore. Yeah, BR will be on Thursday. BR show with Mr. Tenor and Brian, and then I don't believe I think we're not doing the 4for4 show on Friday, so I will be doing BR for Wildcard Weekend on Friday as well. Maybe I don't know. What am I doing tomorrow? Maybe it'll be BRs tomorrow. Maybe we'll do BRs tomorrow. Should be good projections out. All right. Josh Allen, James Cook, Devonta Smith. I don't think there is one answer to optimal best ball roster, really. Because it depends. It's going to depend on if you have 1 seed guys or not, basically. All right. We're going to take Shakir. It wants me to take Ladd. I am not that into that, to be honest. I'm going to take, time to start getting some more commanders. I'm going to take Terry. So we've got Josh Allen, James Cook, Devonta Smith, Khalil Shakir, Terry McLaurin. Ooh, yeah, that is annoying. The ejection. All right. This is a good team. See, this would maybe be a team if no one else takes him and we get 2 Bills that we like. I don't know. I haven't drafted a team on DraftKings in weeks. Not enough time on the calendar, brother. If you were building an NFL team from scratch, how many QBs do you take before Hurts? Like 5 or 6. Maybe 7. The thesis with the Chiefs is, I mean, brother, you not been watching them the last 3 weeks? You watching what the Chiefs have done once they got Hollywood Brown back? Mahomes absolutely murdered these teams once they got Hollywood back. It's a whole different ball game. Yeah, you are absolutely lying to yourself if you're saying you're taking double-digit quarterbacks over Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has not done shit in the NFL other than win. The guy just wins games. Another couple reasons Hurts should be the 101. Yes, so true. Yep. Yeah, I mean the Ravens and Bills are going to knock each other out. Yeah, I like all of these guys. Dubs, Wicks, Kraft. All the Chiefs needed was they needed to get their boy back. They replaced Justin Watson with Hollywood Brown. Pretty big upgrade. I'm taking Keon Cole. Well, actually, you know what? No, I am going to take Hollywood Brown. The Chiefs do keep getting away with it. It's true. Not even saying they deserve it after the way they played this year. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get AJ Brown or Barkley with him. It's going to be Devonta only. So theoretically, the Mitten 3 only being advanced 1, you should do a little bit more like one-off type stuff. in practice, I don't know how much it matters. Keon Coleman is this year's Gabe Davis. That's a bold take. He doesn't even have to come through, though. He just needs to be out there to provide some spacing. That's all that Hollywood has to do. Doesn't really need to do much. Not like I don't need Hollywood Brown to have 110 yards and a touchdown in a playoff game. I need him to get like one good third down catch and give some space to Worthy and Kelsey. Yes, Hollywood is a professional NFL wide receiver. Not saying he's like this great wide receiver. Josh, I believe I'm going to do a video tomorrow morning on the NFFC playoff contest. I believe that is the plan. I don't know, man. Why don't you go look at the game logs and ask how often these things have happened? I did not have to Google it because I have an AI application called Grammarly installed in my Google Chrome window, and it automatically corrects my spelling for me. Shout out to you for getting your badge, bro. Your Curtis Samuel theory. Sure. Curtis Samuel is a good round 10 pick. Pretty good round 10 pick. Got no issue with that. Wouldn't want you to change it. Yes, of course spell check exists. But Grammarly also makes it. Yes, the squiggly lines are crazy. All right, now we get Keon. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready for me to do something I've told you guys not to do? Just because I'm trying to catch up on Jaden, and we are not going to take another meaningful eagle. I'm taking Jaden in round 9. Taking Jaden in round 9. How you like that? Shope did it the other day, and I was like, oh, it kind of makes sense, man. Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. How about that? This man, I can't even. It probably was dumb of me. I just want to get a little bit of I did just throw the cover boy Gainwell. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I probably will do this on like 5% of my teams where I have a second quarterback with the elite cornerback. Who's more likely to add points to this roster? Ty Johnson or Jaden Daniels? Probably Jaden Daniels. You feel me? Can you feel me? I know you guys can. Sorry, I'm filling out my DraftKings English League Cup showdown lineups between Arsenal and Newcastle. Who's scoring a goal, boys? Oh, Vikings are super sliding. No one wants the Minnesota Vikings. I've done so many of these, I'm not really underweight on anyone, to be honest. Maybe I'm a little light on Jared Goff. I'd have to go look. I have a sense that I'm a little bit underweight on Jared Goff, but I've also been drafting these the whole time, so maybe not. Who's favored in this game between Arsenal and Newcastle? Probably Arsenal, just barely. Yeah, just barely. Yes, the market could not be more results oriented. All right, Eckler. Nah, we're going. Oh, guys. We're taking the most important man in the world. Kenneth Gainwell. The most important person in the world? Kenneth Gainwell. The only place I know of that does anything usable is Roto Grinders. Shout out the Memphis backfield for sure. All right. How many do we got left? 53 left. Charge up one of my AirPods. Most honest clickbait stream title ever. True. True. See, that'll happen sometimes. Because sometimes the sometimes the Chiefs drafter or the Lions drafter just won't take him, and no one else will be incentivized to do so. So it does happen. Doesn't happen often, but it does. Love taking Vacker. Yes. Yeah. Does this fill before Friday? I don't know about Friday. Not quite sure about Friday. But it might fill early because it's really steaming. Yeah, that is normally, and sometimes I am that jabroni. Sometimes I certainly am the aforementioned jabroni. I can't help myself, you know. All right, what do we think? Martin Odegaard or Kai Havertz, everyone. All right, Lamar, easy. Lamar at 3. Maybe we get him with Henry. You never know. I'll try to balance game theory with I can't just let the Chiefs draft. Yes, also that's true. Script with the 6 hole is you really hope that you get Barkley and Mahomes. Yeah. The strategy out of the 6 hole is you try and get Barkley right here, Mahomes right here. Yeah, the RotoWire soccer stuff is nice. I use that stuff as well. All right, no one take Derrick Henry. Gibbs drafter. All right, well, there we go. Already over. The tough thing with the Lamar drafts right now is what do you do with Flowers? Because I'm inclined to just let him go. Yes. And Henry Mahomes is like okay, because you're not passing on a Chief and you're getting tons of good advance rate pieces. Just conceptually, if you're drafting 150 teams, I wonder if there's some sort of equity denial value in taking Mahomes in a situation like that. Yeah, that is way above my pay grade. You're probably this freaking guy, Barkley, Mahomes. Someone always gets it when I'm in these rooms, and it's tilting me. This is a fun start though. AJ Brown, Lamar, very fun start. I do really like doing that. All right, I got to do my timestamp before I forget. The Lamar, AJ Brown start. AJ Brown, Barkley. Yeah, there you go. I bet you feel great. I bet you feel really cool. I bet you feel like a genius. What do I think about Nuke Hopkins in this contest? I don't love him. I think I honestly like Noah Gray better. Yes. Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell are also the most important people in the world. Yes. Kansas City, Philadelphia Super Bowls are super common. So on those teams, you do want some Dotsons. You want some Justin Watsons. You want some Juju Smith-Schusters. You want some Samaje Perines. All my Sklansky bucks are always burning a hole in my pocket. Yeah, Neil, where do I get my ideas, huh? Where do I get my ideas? I mean, aren't those statistically? He's not that. Samaj Piran is definitely not that owned. I assume the draft rooms on DK are not as sharp, but I wouldn't really know. Mark Andrews, come on down. Not straight up, but just for ownership stuff, because Noah Gray is not like 100% drafted. Doesn't it feel minus EV to do what the 6th hole in this draft did, knowing the 4 hole is likely to take? Yeah, I don't ever do this pairing, but I don't know if it's yeah, I don't know. It's like a lawless wasteland over. I'm just not in those streets. I'm an underdog influencer, and I like these platforms, and I like their app, and I also like doing 4 drafts at a time, and you just can't do 4 drafts at a time on DraftKings, based on my experience. Maybe some of you guys can. Did you guys watch the FCS championship last night? Montana State versus North Dakota State University? We do need a running back. Do we want Bateman? Let's take Aaron Jones. Yes. It was a great game. It was awesome. Tommy Millott, he got a lifelong fan in me. I know he lost. Actually, I didn't even realize that. You guys see what I'm wearing right now? Montana State University Billings sweatshirt. Montana State University Billings, baby. Don't forget. That's where I was born. I was born in Montana. So I just randomly have some Montana State University stuff. Yes, Trey Lance's brother looked like a really, really good wide receiver. Now, granted, he's playing against FCS competition, but he looked really good. Aren't we scared building Philadelphia, Baltimore Super Bowl? Well, that's kind of the point, because you have so much leverage on the field, actually. Like, think of how much leverage. Oh, and Bateman came all the way back to us anyways. Sick. Like, a Justice Hill team has like infinity leverage in a Super Bowl on the Derrick Henry teams, assuming the Ravens get there, you know? Like, if you assume the Ravens get there, that probably means Derrick Henry smashed the whole way. But we've seen Justice Hill just be more involved in any of the game plans. Now you guys know. Montana State Billings University. Yeah. That's where I was born, man. I was born in Billings, brother. That's what this one is. Featuring the coffee stain that I got on my shirt earlier. Oh no. Hurt Saquon is sick. All right, what is the 6 hole doing here? What do we got? He's got Henry, St. Brown, J-Mo, Flowers, Bucky. Okay, so he's just dead. All right, well, shout out to him. Okay, we can add a 3rd NFC team, or we can add Hollywood. What do we do? No, let's add a second AFC team. That's staying woke. 2nd AFC team with Dobbins. Yeah, I like that. 2nd AFC team with Dobbins is sick. Finished my 150 in the gauntlet and have 93% combined ownership of the big 5 quarterbacks. Allen, Mahomes, Lamar's top 3. I think that is basically kind of what you want to do. I think the big 5 quarterbacks are just so important. It really did suck, man. I kind of thought they had it. 21-3 at half, and then they just come ripping back. And then North Dakota State had that terrible punt. I'm going to take a likely here. North Dakota State had that terrible punt, but then they just stalled out. They had like 3rd and 15. You hate to see it. I was locked in on that game, though. Without even having a bet or fantasy or anything, that is not very common for me. All right. Lamar, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins. All of a sudden, do you guys know who became the most important man in the world on this team? Justice Hill is now the most important person in the world. This is such a good YouTube title. I feel proud of myself for this one. I'll have to do whatever we do tomorrow. It'll have to be Justice Hill is the most important person in the world. Yeah, and I probably should start changing this. Katie 11-14. I don't know. 11-14. We'll go with that. I think I need to start taking Ray Davis now, just because I certainly do not feel confident enough to have that one way or the other. Samaj Pirine also is theoretically the most important person in the world, but no one has ever been more important than Justice Hill is right now. He's so important. Lamar, Aaron Jones, Dobbins, Hill. Yeah, there we go. We're killing it. I'm assuming the reason why the Sidekick did not want... I'm assuming the reason why the Sidekick did not want me to do that was it has... I guess the... Oh, no, the Chargers will play the Chiefs next round. Okay. I don't think Reggie Gilliam is the skill key. You guys get it. You guys understand who the most important person in the world is. God, I am starving. I only had... Oh, do you guys know what's the most disgusting food in the world while we're talking about adjectives that pertain to the entire world? Egg whites are so gross. I made scrambled eggs with extra added egg whites in them this morning. Ooh. No, Hawkinson is what... Yeah, Hawkinson is the play here. Oh, yeah. Still lifting heavy, brother. Still lifting heavy. Actually had a really good lift this morning. Good lift, got a little run in. Came home. Eggs, egg whites. Normally I take a break after the Swolecast for lunch. Didn't do that today. And I'm paying for it right now. This guy in the 10 hole, brutal. Thoughts on team from the 2. Decided to switch Hurts to for fun. Oh, well, sorry about that, brother. 2 hole, does Hurts, Devonta, Jefferson. Hold on. Let's do... Let's do Tylan Wallace on this one. I don't love this Jefferson pick. I think that you should have taken Andrews to give yourself the Ravens. The Pacheco pick is good. I gotta be honest, Micon123, and I know you're a good Discord boy. Even Goddard would have been better there. Juju, no. Do you have too many Chiefs? I guess you set up a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, but your one-off pieces are... I got to be honest, brother, it's not a very good team. Not to say it's not going to advance or it's terrible, but I don't think that is a particularly great team. You just have a lot of guys who are very thin. Like, I would like Noah Gray and Juju better if these were better one-off pieces. Like, if you had Goddard and Kyron and Bucky or something, then I would be more into it. But your one-off pieces, I don't think are strong enough to do the full Chiefs thing. Just one man's opinion, though. Certainly not the most ball-knowing guy alive. And that happens sometimes, right? Sometimes that'll happen where you're just like, dude, I don't even know what to pick here. Like, and obviously it's never that bad to take Justin Jefferson, and maybe he's the advanced piece you need, right? It's certainly possible that he would be the advanced piece that you need. Man, lifting without a meal will make you feel great, Mike. I feel once you get some caffeine in you, maybe a little piece of nicotine gum, I'm just saying, for the focus, I think you can get pretty locked in. But that certainly is not for everybody. I also do not blame people who think I'm a fucking psycho for going to the gym early in the morning. Not for everyone. Like, literally, like, driving through the snow this morning. Yeah, I lift. I go to bed, every night, 9:30. Wake up at 5 a.m. Coffee. Gym. Come home. I was about to say let the dogs out, but I let the dog out. Let the dog out at 5 in the morning. Gym. Come home. Let the dog out again. Some days I will have breakfast. Yes, dude. I have about 4 boxes of these in my about 4 boxes of Bear Bells protein bars in my pantry. They're the nuts. Oh, look at this, man. Sidekick moved Lamar up to 1. How about that? I got to be honest, I just don't agree with my friends. Shady Advice is actually in this. I just do not agree because the market doesn't agree. Oh, you're right. It probably is. Yeah, okay. There we go. All right, never mind. Walking it back. I'm an idiot. There we go. All right. What a moron. What a moron streamer. I made that the timestamp, and then I realized that it's bad clickbait. I actually completely agree. I completely agree the Ravens are the best team, but the all quarterback first round. What will WD Simp do? What will he do? That's the question. What will he do? What will he do? Yes. The Built Puff Bars are 170 calories for, what is it? 20 grams of protein, 18 grams of protein. It's crazy. They're terrible. They taste they do not taste good, but man, are the macros good. Another, you guys know another, by the way, he should have taken Henry Jefferson to set up a Vikings-Ravens Super Bowl, not Jahmyr Gibbs, because Goff already went. Maybe he's not paying attention. Chomp's beef sticks. Oh my god, that guy got Hurts Barkley. Oh, it's friend of the program. Friend of the program, Mekon got it. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna take AJ Brown here because there's no reason for the Josh Allen drafter to take Andrews. Now he still might. He still might take him because he just might not be woke. But he should not take Mark Andrews. Yeah, Chomps. Yes. If you guys are trying to get in shape, you're trying to, oh man, how do I get okay. Yes, these are very expensive, but they are literally the best. Yeah. This is the number one protein bar. The David bar. They are 150 calories. I believe. Let me go find out. I want to quote this exactly. I ordered some right when they came out. All right, there we go. Let's get Mandrews. 28 grams of protein. 28 grams of protein for the yeah. There's got to be something wrong. It almost feels like it can't be right. But 28 grams of protein, 100. Now they're very expensive. A box is $40. I did one box. You know, I don't Dat Mavis is the revertsy top of Davis Maddox. Yeah, the Ninja Creamy is great. When you are lazy, God, I wish. Oh my God, if someone at David Bar reached out, I'd be a sponsor. They wouldn't have to pay me anything. I'd just pay me in protein bars. If you are a Whole Foods bro, you don't want whatever kind of crazy magic they did in that. Fat-free Greek yogurt, scoop of protein powder. You can put a little bit of honey or peanut butter in there if you want, if you're not super calorie conscious. And you just toss in like a handful of blueberries, cut up some strawberries. I like to mash up a banana. It's basically ice cream if you're cutting. It's honestly very good. The non-fat free, literally, you can max them in 3, or you can get like 3 boxes of David protein bars. You know, what are you gonna do? What's your choice? Might be. Yes, yeah. The Lamar Henry start, it feels like impossible now. All right, Sidekick wants Bateman. Is Puka gone? Sidekick wants Bateman. Guy behind me is not going to take Bateman. Stay woke, Sidekick. Mike Evans. Bucky Irving, if he'll let me. Who do I think are going to be the toughest players to rank next year? Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is going to be pretty tough. Barkley, I think, is... Barkley will be pretty tough to... No, not Barkley. I mean, Henry will be pretty tough. I don't know. Yeah, CMC. I saw a note yesterday that CMC said he's fully healthy. His Achilles is not bothering him at all anymore. Which feels fake. Like that, I don't know if that's true. By the way, was the music going the full time for you guys, or did it stop? Because I had to take my headphones off because they died. Yeah, there we go. Ship it, Bucky. And then just pray no one else take. I mean, they probably will take Bateman. But we got Mark Andrews, so we actually don't care that much. There you go. Well, there we go. I wouldn't touch CMC with Pete over Zet's money. Beautiful. Okay. Wait, the music is not on for you guys right now? Because the music is playing in my headphones right now. Something about taking my... Well, this is confusing. Clay can hear it. Mikon says it's on. Maybe you can't hear it on. Okay. All right, it's on. Maybe it's not on Twitch. Okay. It's very low. It's honestly, it's just for me anyway. It's just for me. I believe it's that all right. All right, likely is there. Yeah, it's basically there you go. All right, I turned it up a little bit. I mean, it's honestly, the music is mostly for me and my own edification. But yeah, I'm happy to turn it up a little bit. Higher ADP next year, Jonathan Taylor or Henry? JT. Henry is going to be 31 years old, and he might suck in the playoffs. Like, we might see him get ran off the field in the playoffs. I could have taken. Damn. Yeah, I messed up. I actually should have taken Goddard there. You know who just became the most important person in the world? Justice Hill is the most important person in the world. Sutton's ADP is probably going to be too high. Is Rory involved in this? He's not, right? What channel is this on? What channel is the golf league on? I would maybe watch this. I think the Thunder play tonight, so maybe I won't. Oof. Luther Burton's ADP will probably be too high. Yeah, Mims is going to be like a 7th round pick. All right, Rory's in it, but not playing tonight. All right, I'm probably not watching then. I think Xander's team is playing tonight. Oh, I don't even think Mims has to play well in this playoff game to go top 100. Oh, Mims, brother. Rory is on the Boston Common. Yeah, Montgomery is going to steam way up in these drafts. Yeah, I think Hopkins is a good pick here. Yeah, that's a good comp. Mims is J-Mo from last year. I like that. All right, we have got Lamar, Justice, Mark Andrews, and Isaiah Likely. Oh, Tet is going to go very high. Yeah, because Burden just got outproduced by Theo Wees, brother. I don't think any rookie wide receiver is gonna go that high. Seems unlikely. Because Tat is probably gonna be a Patriot. Ooh. Mims is Elijah Moore from 2 years ago. That is brutal. An advanced rate piece at running back might hit, but is this my final pick? No, I've got 2 more. All right, I'm taking Jalen McMillan with this one, and then we can just let whatever Raven fall to me. We've got Lamar, AJ Brown, Mark Andrews, Mike Evans, Bucky Irving, Isaiah Likely, Justice Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen McMillan. Troy Franklin will definitely be drafted. Not 100% though. I don't know. Maybe if he goes to like, if Gene T could go to like a no hoper situation, and maybe Tet would be number one, but I doubt it. Hey man, I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone who would want their team to take Gene T, honestly. Why are you accusing me of colluding, brother? Charlie Collar is the most important person in the world. All right, another super chat. All right, Mikon, you took Hurts and Barkley, smash. Kelsey, smash. Puka, Kyron, smash. You got Goddard to fall, which is really nice. You took Kareem. You took Nico. You took Noah Gray. Nico, pretty good one-off advance rate piece. That's a good team. That's a good team. That is a positive expected value team. Wouldn't the reverse cautionary tale be like how many points Bijan scored this year, brother? I think you might be overthinking yourself, boss. Yeah, running backs are back, dude. Historical anomalies. You wouldn't like to see Ashton Jeanty on your team, brother? Let's do. I did Talon Wallace last time. We'll do Aguilar this time. All right, full team: Lamar, AJ Brown, Andrews, Evans, Bucky, Likely, Justice, Hopkins, McMillan. So Buccaneers, Ravens Super Bowl, Ravens Eagles Super Bowl with the Hopkins one-off piece. I don't think he's anything like Bijan. I think he plays very differently. I'm having trouble coming up with a good style comp for Gene T. He kind of reminds me of Achan if Achan learned how to play football at 220 pounds. Does that make sense? This is a good point. The Bears front office is terrible. I don't really see the Kamara part of it. You just think it's because of the dreads? Be honest, Miles. Do you just think it's Kamara because of the dreads? I don't get that. So, and he didn't catch a ton of passes. Yeah, he's like a CJ2K with the top end speed. Yeah. Okay. The contact balance is nuts. What about this one? What about Ashton Jeanty is turbocharged David Montgomery? What about like David Montgomery, but like David Montgomery, but with the sliders turned up to 99. Like you go to edit David Montgomery's body type in Madden, and then you slide all his stats up to 99. What about that? Do we think does that land or no? Like super, turbocharged David Montgomery. I think turbocharged Montgomery, which sounds like a bad player to take at 1, or take in the first round, but I don't think so. I'm turning my nerd card back in. Yes, he's the David Montgomery of Jahmyr Gibbs's, or he's the Jahmyr Gibbs of David Montgomery's. Oh, Mahomes at 3. What's the Scatabo comp? I mean, Chad, I can't. It's so hard to give a good. What could you even do? Yeah, like every Scatabo comp is like, oh, Peyton Hillis. You know, it's so funny. Yeah. Laird, Peyton Hillis, Woodhead. Yeah, you just name Zach Zenner. Name more white running backs. Wow, Hurts Barkley. No, Hurts Henry. Ship it. Yeah, he's Cody Schrader, Dylan Laube. Yeah, keep it coming. Keep it coming. The thing about Scatabo is he's huge, dude. Yes, he's like legit like Ryan Nall sized. He's got to weigh like 230. What is Cam Scatabo listed at? He's listed at 215. There ain't no fucking way he's 215. You know what? James Conner's actually a good comp. There's no way that guy's 215, TJ. I bet my there's no shot he is 215. Yeah. Maybe if he loses 15 pounds, then he'll be 215 at the combine. Maybe. 230, yes. 230 is more. And I'm not even saying this is a bad thing. I'm not criticizing. This is a pro Scatabo stream. But there ain't no way right now that guy weighs 215. All right. We're about to do the Chiefs. Yeah, this is a sick team. Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles. But I'm about to show you guys the hack for not making this team suck. You did walk right into it, Chad. Yeah, Demon expected to play in the divisional round. Good for him. We got a Justin Herbert at 17 overall. We got a Justin Herbert from Creech 58. It is way too early for that, for Polk and Burton. It's probably, it's probably Luther Burden. Guy with an attitude problem. All right, this is what you have to do. Got to take Goddard. Got to take Goddard here, even in the 4th round. Because you don't care if you miss out on any of these other guys. You don't need a Lion. But this team sucks without Dallas Goddard. Here's the deal. I am not saying Cam Scatabo is bad. I'm not saying I think he's slow. I'm not saying any of these things. But I am merely reiterating that dude is not 215 pounds. No shot is that guy 215 pounds. I don't think you know what 215 pounds looks like if you think that this man is 215 pounds. Just not 215 pounds, brother. That's a thick boy. Cam Scatabo would be the Steelers quarterback one. That's true. In the Summit, should we be playing different? I don't know. I honestly, Zach, I did not look when I drafted my Summit teams. I gotta keep it 100 with you. I just simply did not look at what the payout structure was. Perhaps I should have. You could argue that I should have, but I did not. This guy really just snapped off Herbert McConkey round 3, round 4. Yeah, Puka is a sick pick on this team. Love that for me. Hurts, Henry, Worthy. Yeah. And maybe this is even instructive that he lost weight or whatever. Yes. Yeah, David. I will have a FFPC playoff contest video. Probably I'll do the NFC and the FFPC playoff contest video tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, brother. It'll be simple. It'll be quick. It'll just be how to win the FFPC playoff challenge. Will not be a super long video. It's true. You could have had the entire Chargers team 10 days ago. All right. We've got Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Xavier Worthy, Dallas Goedert. Would have been a nice team. Do we have a second NFC team? Yeah, we do. We have the Rams, which is not great because normally you want Kyron there. Checo. Yeah, sure. All right, so we've got Hurts, Henry, Worthy, Goddard, Puka, Pacheco. I mean, I basically assume that this is the Mitten returns. Like these drafts that I'm doing right now, they're no different than the Mitten. These gauntlets, same basic concept. Do you guys know who the most important person in the world is today? I'll give you one hint. There's one man. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, whenever that happens, yes. I promise you guys that I will be drafting in whatever gosh darn contest they put out for us to draft. I will be in there. This is kind of a weird team. I definitely need another Chief. Yeah, these starts feel so nice. Allen, AJ Brown, Devonta. Imagine getting that with Hurts, brother. Shipper. Hurts, Henry, Pacheco, Worthy, Goddard. Please let me find a shipper. All right, I'm not taking Kareem Hunt. That would be pretty brain dead. Hopkins, definitely good here. Just started Barkley, Brown, Smith, Mahomes. I don't know. Different world. In general, probably. It's probably fine to take Mahomes there. Sidekick still wants Kareem Hunt. I think Cooper Kupp is probably better. So we need some advancing. We have 2 picks left. Oh my God, Gainwell went. Guys, Gainwell went. This is a nightmare. This is preposterous. This is outrageous. All right, this team is going to need Nuclear Cup. Nooper Cup, they're calling him, I believe someone in the chat said. So we have Goddard, Puka, and Cup scores for round 1. And suddenly Justice Hill is going to become the most important person in the world. No, I'm sorry. Will Shipley is not the most important person in the world. Tyrion, I'm sorry, TDP. Tyrion Davis-Price will never be the most important person in the world. Genty to the Raiders. I mean, obviously the Raiders have a million needs. I'm just putting it on the record right now. I'm turning my nerd card back in. I am simply not complaining on the internet about whatever team takes Ashton Genty. I'm just not doing it. I will let someone else do it. I'll let, Steven Ruiz at the Ringer or someone else do it. I just don't care. Well, I think Brandon Ayuk is much taller. But yes, Scatterboat, no shot. No shot at 215. 230. When you build a Lions-Chiefs 5, do you try to max other Super Bowls with your other 5 pieces or just max out? So, like, theoretically, the conceptually perfect way to do it would be that you have 4 possible Super Bowls. But that's easier said than done. All right, Noah Gray. No, Noah Gray is actually a bad pick. Jahan Dotson just became the most important person in the world. That was a panic pick. That was stupid. Guys, I promise you, Jalen Hurts is playing. Jalen Hurts is playing. They would have to move heaven and earth. Yeah, Dotson is giga ass. Jalen McMillan is probably, honestly, pains me to say it, probably a pretty overvalued one-off piece. The Buccaneers are pretty unlikely to win their game. McMillan obviously is going to be behind in the target pecking order from Evans and Bucky. Honestly, yeah. Aeneas Smith, don't get me wrong, it still wants another Chief. All right. Well, Sidekick, who am I to argue? We'll take another Chief. I have to assume people are doing it as a bit. And if they are, good on you for doing a good bit. It's a pretty good bit. Yeah, you guys don't know about this? Lattimore's on the Commanders, man. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't take a Raven, because the Sidekick told me not to, and I was texting my wife back, so I kind of forgot about doing the right thing. Yes. Yeah. Here's a spoiler alert, guys. This is the biggest edge that has existed in a BR for the entire year. When ETR puts their rankings out, Jalen Hurts is going to be like a second-round pick, and right now he's going undrafted in wildcard battle royales. So it's basically free money, free nickels picked up off the ground in battle royales right now. Marcus Lattimore not in the division anymore. Marcus Lattimore has been excised from the division. What do you do with that? All right, 2-hole. So this is going to be another Lamar giga. Let's try and not mess it up. Let's try and not mess it up. Justice Hill is the most important person in the world. I'd love to send like an email or I don't think Mechie's out. It's Robert Woods though. All right. Lamar Jackson, baby. Does anyone even care about who the Texans? I guess because the Texans could theoretically win their matchup. They're not totally dead. God, imagine the Texans winning a playoff game. Deontay Johnson is on Houston. Yeah, Houston is not a real team, though. 35% exposure to Kenny G. I mean, do I think that's bad? Honestly, I mean, I'm assuming. I can check here real quick. Drafts completed. I assume Gainwell, my second most... God, Aaron Jones, that's a lot. Second most drafted running back. Kenny Gainwell. Sounds about right. I will be fully back in on the Bears. You can definitely take Shipley. I don't know. I'm not clicking any of him. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Houston like 40% to beat the Chargers. No team has ever been deader than the Houston Texans. This freaking guy, weekender 10-23, just got the Barkley Mahomes start. Where does he get his ideas? Wow, Sidekick has Andrews over AJ Brown. Here's the deal. I'm gonna take Justin Jefferson because, again, when you are in this Lamar spot, there's no incentive for this drafter to take Mark Andrews. If the Chiefs don't win it this year, well, if the Chiefs don't win it this year, I'd like for the Eagles to win, or the Ravens. Probably the Ravens, actually. Really close. But I would like one of the running quarterbacks to win, so that people don't get to say, well, running quarterback has never won the Super Bowl, you know. Because obviously it's been very close. Yeah, definitely Lamar hurts. Lions are cool. I'm cool with any of the teams, really. It's not like the 49. Well, I don't really want Liam to have the Josh Allen Super Bowl, to be honest. For the Bills. Does Josh Allen count as a running quarterback, or is the pigmentation of his skin too light? So that with the because his pigmentation is too light, it doesn't count. Hard to say. Hard to say. Have to consult with Andrew Tate on that. Sure, Jaden Daniels Super Bowl. I mean, that would be hilarious. Yeah, I think he's probably too white. But man does like to run. 8 viewers on Twitch right now. Shout out to you guys. 195 followers on Twitch. We're getting there. Yes. Josh Allen and Lamar. Josh Allen and Lamar are actually the Family Guy skin tone meme. Yeah, Josh Allen, real gym rat, style guy. I think it's possible Ben Johnson doesn't leave if the Bears are for the jobs. I mean, Patriots job seems all right. Shout out to the Twitch gang. White bread. Eve EBZ. Patriots job seems pretty good. I think Drake May is pretty good. I don't know. You could argue the Jets have a good roster and that is an appealing job. But it's also the Jets. So it's not that appealing. Yeah. The Pats are probably just logical for Vrabel. All right. Mike Evans already went. So let's just take Bateman. And then whichever NFC running back this fella doesn't take, we could take. Jags, the word on the street is that Ben Johnson really wants the Jaguars job. That is, in fact, the word on the street. This would be so funny. I'm letting Zay fall a lot because this is kind of like a portfolio thing. But again, I've done 500 of these drafts and I know I've got a lot of Zay Flowers. So if Zay Flowers is in fact out or misses time or is banged up, let me draft teams that don't have him and let me get my Zay Flowers exposure versus the teams that I drafted 2 months ago. Yeah, Pepper Tony, this is literally the most normie thing I've ever heard in my life. You want to remove eliminated players from the pool? Do you also want the SEC to tell you that you can't buy Bitcoin? Do you want Gary Gensler to tell you that you can't take cash out of your own bank account, brother? I don't think that's what you want. Don't let Gensler tell you what to do. Well, it's definitely solely not based on the Mitten 3 results. I believe it is a 48-hour rolling average of ADP in all contests that are scored the same. So I believe the ADP that you see is a 48-hour rolling average of the Mitten, the Big Mitten, all the contests that are scored the same over the same time frame. Would need Sacrilegious to correct me, but Sacrilegious is not in his nerd layer. I believe Sacrilegious is literally on a beach in Hawaii right now, not drafting best ball teams. Jordan Addison poppin'. Yeah, that's correct, right? Is it Jordan Addison? Yeah, it is Jordan Addison. But so Ben Johnson, so Trent Baalke said, or Shad Khan said on a call, and we gotta take wants me to take Likely over Hawkinson, huh? I guess. Shad Khan said he would potentially fire him for the right coach. What do you think the Lions will look like next year? Both coordinators get a head coach job. I don't think they'll struggle like the Eagles, but there'll definitely be some growing pains. Yeah, this is almost for sure wrong, Nick. I'm sorry. The fringe guys are how you win this it is not an accident that Hardman and Jennings were on the winning team last year. One, the fringe guys matter in more simulations than you want. Like Tylan Wallace outscores Rashad Bateman in more games than you think for the Ravens. And furthermore, this is a dupe game. The teams you're drafting right now are also being drafted by your friends and family on underdog.com. And a surefire way to eliminate duplicates is to draft players that are not 100% drafted. Now, certainly you are yeah. All right. Did Justice Hill just become the most important man in the world? I think the Justice Hill became the most important man in the world. He did. The Athletic Zach Roseblatt writes that Vrabel is viewed as the Jets' number one choice. What did Mike Vrabel ever do that people think he's this great coach? I'm not saying he's bad, but what did he ever do that made people be like, dude, I got to be so woke to Zach Vrabel? Zach Vrabel's not his name. Mike Vrabel. Seems kind of crazy. I'm mostly correlating fringe picks. The quarterback, the Ravens wide receiver 3. I mean, it's probably Aguilar. if he's healthy, and then if not, it's Tylan Wallace. Jalen Hurts could protect the world from another Mahomes Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong, man. Jalen McMillan is a good pick on this team. A little bit of diversity here. Go to Chipotle for me. Double brisket, white rice, sour cream, fajita veggies, lettuce, hot salsa, corn, pinto beans, mild salsa. No, I'm not always one. This team is only going to have 2 running backs probably. And if you have the bye quarterbacks, you need a second. And if you get one of these drafts where so imagine you're this guy. Imagine you're Mr. T. Polak 25. You get locked out at quarterback. So he took Baker, and he could totally take a second quarterback as well. I do the 4 running backs sometimes just because it adds up. I find myself doing the 4 running back teams more on my phone, I guess, because I'm trying to cover for stuff that I might miss when the Sidekick doesn't help me. I mean, brown rice, it certainly has more nutritional value. White rice is basically just sugar, but it's good carbohydrate for your body. I get the brown rice sometimes from Chipotle. I've tried anything, any gimmick protein thing I've tried, although I don't think I've tried these. Thoughts on, this is terrible, man. Yeah, this Peppertoni, think about it. I bet you could think about this and you could tell me why this is terrible. I'm gonna give you a chance until I make this next pick for you to tell me why this is terrible. And I bet if you think about it, you'll be able to tell me why this is so bad. Yeah, I've done cottage cheese to make sauces or fat-free Greek yogurt. It's very good. My lifts are not that good. I'm just really into it, but I certainly am not a bodybuilder. I really like to lift weights, but I'm not a professional. I would take Broncos sometime. Yeah. So it's like you're really costing yourself the important parts, because wouldn't you rather advance to the conference finals than to the second round? Like you're getting $20 back. You feel me? Tylan Wallace, welcome. 2 catches as Bateman gets hurt a month ago. There you go. Lamar Jackson, Bucky Irving, the most important man in the world, Justice Hill, Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman, Jordan Addison, Isaiah Likely, Jalen McMillan, Tylan Wallace. What? That is crazy. Kids are wild out here though. They're doing steroids. They're, I mean, Sutton certainly could be the guy you'd want to advance. Guys, what you have to understand is I am not the end all be all on this stuff. I can only know in theory kind of what is right, but I don't. We'd really need sacrilegious here, or shady. Maybe Shady would have a better at that. Yeah, the vitamins are running rampant. Any tips for pre-workout? I can show you what I take that does not leave me lacking. It's about, I mean, it's some of the stuff is kind of expensive, mean, really, you don't need expensive pre-workout. You just kind of need a lot of caffeine, and you need but this is what I take. I take the raw nutrition. I really like the blackberry lemonade and the rocket candy flavor Savage pre-workout. Insanely good. And have no... we do get to do Josh Allen. Josh Allen from the 2. Yes, stat ATL. He was part of the gauntlet split, right? The point of one-off advanced pieces are if you have bye teams, which by definition aren't playing in the wild card, you sure to have good price pieces from Philadelphia or Buffalo in those examples. 10 out of 10 dog, brother. Yes, creatine is the most studied supplement in the world, and I would encourage everyone, even people who don't lift weights and don't have any interest in having big muscles, to take creatine. Hey man, I wouldn't recommend the Adderall, but gummy worms are a very good pre-workout. That is pure carbohydrate. I don't do it, but if I was a power lifter, like if I was just trying to move the most amount of weight possible, like I was trying to go in the gym and deadlift 505 or bench press 3 plates, then sure, you'd want to have gummy bears. I work out at 5 a.m., so I disagree with this, but I totally get it. You definitely don't need pre-workout. No one needs pre-workout. At one of the guys, I'm gonna take James Cook here with Josh Allen. That is fire. One of the guys who works out at my gym has the NeuroGum. Let's do Justin Jefferson. A lot of touts. I mean, it depends on what you are in for. Lifting fasted can help. I like doing my cardiovascular exercise fasted. I'm big on that. But that is totally non-scientific. Like literally the least scientific thing. It's literally just makes sense in my head, but there's nothing about that is data-based. How do you make unique Josh Allen teams? I guess something I've been thinking about. I was mocking Terrence earlier, but a way to get a good, unique Josh Allen team is to take a second quarterback and have the second quarterback advance him in a round. I take the raw nutrition, rawnutrition.com creatine, Jordan. I think it's a little bit more expensive than Baseline, but I know that they third-party lab test all their supplements, so that is what I take. But yeah, you can really just get Amazon Basics creatine monohydrate, and it's fine. Shakir or Evans Bucky. Shakir or Evans Bucky? Let's do Evans Bucky. Well, maybe we won't even get Bucky, but I mean, if you can get through like a hard exercise, this dude just took Kyron and Cooper Kupp. He really wanted Puka. If you can get through like full intense strength training with no caffeine, shout out to you, because I have a hard time getting through really intense physical training without caffeine. Did a lot of supplements, but I'm down to, yeah, I would say those are probably the 3 most important. Vitamin D3, especially in the winter, fish oil and creatine. I was big, like when I first like found out about like supplements, and Andrew Huberman and shit. I got super into taking supplements, and I've definitely trimmed it down. Yeah, I just make a cold French press coffee. So if you guys ever make cold brew at home, it's super simple. You basically just put your coffee in the French press overnight. You just sit it in water in the French press for like 18 hours in the fridge, and you get cold brew. It's really good. If you're short on magnesium, I do take magnesium. Yeah, magnesium before bed. Another really clutch one. I would recommend that as well. I lost my window. Yeah, they do. They do. Right about 2 hours, I run out of interesting things to say about football. Yeah, sure. Dalton Kincaid. Where's Chess Liam? Someone find Chess Liam. Yeah, they say that. They say that. Everyone's magnesium deficient. I don't know if I believe them, but they say it. I got a funny YouTube recommendation the other day. We got Allen, Cook, Bucky, JJ, Evans, Kincaid. Who's the most important person in the world on this team? I guess it's Ty Johnson is the most important person in the world on this team. I was just dicking around on YouTube the other day, and I saw someone had compiled 8 hours of Sam Sulek car talk, and the subtitle was sleep aid. So people are falling asleep. People are falling asleep to Sam talking, which is very funny. I don't know if you want handcuffs. Historical anomalies, if you're doing a bit, I don't understand it. Not that I'm mad at you for doing a bit, I just want you to know I don't understand the bit you're doing. I don't know if you are purposefully taking handcuffs in this format, but I don't think it's like quote unquote bad, particularly with the Bills. The Bills are probably the best team to do it with. Yeah, of course Pete already won this tournament. Pete already won the NBA BR. You know, it's just Pete, where he's never sick of winning. You're all gonna get sick of the winning. Just built a Mahomes, Kelsey, Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Hopkins, Pacheco with Saquon. Well, yeah, it's a pretty good team, brother. All right. I'm about to do a new bit. Cam Akers is the most important person in the world. Shout out to me, Josh. Cam Akers, and now Jalen McMillan. We are cooking here. We are real. This is a cook. Josh Allen, James Cook, Bucky Irving, Cam Akers, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman. I did not. I did like one. I did an Allen Daniels team, I think. Starkindler only loaded up the stream because most important in the world was capitalized. You could get close to 100% of Mahomes. I am not playing the game that way because I'm a coward. You know, I am being more what's the word? I'm being more my risk tolerance is low. There's I don't know if you guys have noticed this, by the way. We are in the middle of like a second renaissance of best ball YouTube right now. I have gained in the most recent 7 days 129 new subscribers. That is 30% more than the previous 7 days. We are shipping YouTube subscribers. Well, can't say that I'm particularly surprised that Antonio Pierce has been let go. I think he seems like a nice guy. I think Antonio Pierce is probably a good man, but I don't know if he was cut out to coach this team. I think he's a really good defensive coordinator. Where is copy paste dates? Where is he? Where is copy paste dates? There you go, buddy. Copy paste dates. You probably will never even hear this, but I did just take Curtis Samuel for you, buddy. Curtis Samuel. There you go, man. Curtis Samuel. Took him. He's on the team. All right. What do you guys think? You guys think I'm going to be able to get to 10,000 YouTube subscribers by the time the 2025 NFL season starts? By the time Best Ball Mania fills, how many YouTube subscribers will this account have? All right, the 103 again. The 103 again. Draft number 10. That's how you do it, man. We are knocking these out. Imagine Peter streaming playoff best ball drafts. Does Peter even know how to find the playoff best ball tab on YouTube? Peter has yet to stream a playoff best ball draft on his YouTube channel. What's that about, man? Oh yeah. Well, what do you mean by lower? Do you mean cheaper? Do you mean that costs less than $25? Yes, there are contests that cost $3. $3 is the cheapest they've done. Jalen Hurts. Yeah. There are. Here. Let's go on a tour of sadness, Anthony. What did we get to? Week 15. Look at all these drafts. The fast puppy, the puppy 3, the slow puppy, the Pomeranian, the mini schnauzer. Mini schnauzer's $3. The little board. Yeah, there's here we go. There's even more. The greyhound, the chow chow, the rottweiler, the pitbull, the pug 2, the Badger Bros qualifier, the golden 4, the golden qualifiers, the flock community contest, the dachshund, the hound dog, the German Shepherd, the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua is $2, I think, maybe even. But the answer to your question, Anthony, is yes. There are lower stakes contests. Oh my goodness. Plenty of opportunities to stimulate the economy. Yeah, I do the same thing. I don't ever take Gibbs there. You could argue that it is a leak, Mr. Artillery Frost. You certainly could argue it is a leak. I probably should vary my game up there a little bit more. All right. All the Mahomes draft. You guys saw how close we were. All he would have had to have done would have been to prefer AJ Brown for some reason, and we could have got. I don't think I've. You couldn't you just have completely faded a bunch of the shitty picks and just printed this year? I don't think that's the right lesson, James. Like, what if you just faded all the dust balls? Fade every wide receiver, draft every running back, and just profit. I'm not taking JMO here. So let's do a Chiefs one. They should tell, because I'm sure they know internally when they're drafting stuff. I'm positive they know internally what's happening when. I wonder what's going to happen with Montgomery's ADP. Is Montgomery going to end up being like a 2-3 turn pick again? Yeah, simply just no ball and draft better. I don't know why people make this shit so complicated. Why do they make it so complicated when it's so simple? You just no ball and you draft better. Like right now, I'm not thinking about this. I just did Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Travis Kelce because those guys are all going to smash in the playoffs. You just pick better players. It's not like there's anything difficult about this. Man, what's gonna happen when there are more paying members of the Twitch than there are YouTube members? What's gonna happen then? Am I gonna start being a Twitch first streamer? I'm gonna start tweeting my Twitch link, not my YouTube link. I'm gonna say, brother, who even cares about YouTube? The Twitch. If no one's got me, the Twitch boys. The Twitch boys got me. Adios, Pierce. Yeah. Well, people are still arguing that Olamide Zacchaeus is a thing, man. Including everyone in this whole cast chat 3 hours ago. Bateman? No. Gotta learn ball here. When you have Hurts, you gotta do Goddard, bro. It's time to learn ball, B-Spurf. I will not be outworked. A lot of other people are smarter than me. They're more handsome than me. They're richer than me. But they ain't gonna work harder than me. I'm trying to forget I'm trying to forget that Grant Calcaterra exists. I spent way too much time drafting him when Dallas Goedert was out. Honestly, I will maybe do a couple off stream. Lad, huh? Okay. All right, Sidekick, let's do it. All right, Sidekick. Let's see what avenue. Yeah, I knew it was going to want Dobbins. It's going to be really tilting when I'm playing a little bit. I'm mostly drafting by hand. I drafted a bunch of teams on Christmas. I don't have a process per se. I'm really just trying to get unique combos, but I have no way to measure the uniqueness of those combinations. Like whatever Peter's doing, Peter's got like a whole sheet and a formula. You know, all the guys in the badge bros, they all have ways to get in a bunch of volume and not be too overweight on guys they don't want to be overweight on and shit like that. I'm not there yet. All right. Dobbins, Ship it. Let's go. But I hopefully, B-Spurf, will be starting some NBA streams using the unabated tools. Hopefully like as soon as maybe next week. Why does the Sidekick want Terry McLaurin? I don't want Terry McLaurin. I want Bucky Irving. And then a familiar name beckons. The most important man in the world wakes up. He stares out of his bed and he says, Davis Mattek needs me. I guess that's probably it. Bucks are likely to play. I don't know. Sidekick knows more, but the Sidekick does know that Gainwell is the most important. I guess I should have taken David Montgomery then. I think David Montgomery, he's gonna get more expensive in these. All right. Goods, are you in the Discord? I see that you're a member, but I do not recognize your username from the Discord. Do you need any help connecting? Any of you guys who are YouTube members, do you need help connecting? I did see a bunch of people hopped in last night. All right. The most important man in the world. Kenneth Gainwell is the most important man in the world. Welcome to the team, Kenny. It's true. People forget. The Leo DiCaprio pointing meme. You should try Henry, start early, pair with Goff, hope J-Mo falls. Yeah. No, I think I like doing stuff like this. I should probably do more of it. It's a way to get more unique combos. Isaac, this is probably a fairly common start the last couple days, honestly, because people don't like the Vikings right now. Eagles wouldn't even be here if Barkley caught that pass against the Falcons. Well, true. Gainwell is the spirit. Yes. Eli Mitchell was the most important person in the world last. Well, he was important, but I remember, I guess it is the same. Yeah, you took a ton of Eli Mitchell. You took him with Mahomes. You took him with Purdy. QJ. This has got to be the first time QJ has popped up. So I'm about to teach ball to the Sidekick. I'm going to take Noah Gray, and then I'm going to see, is it going to tell me Pirine? Is it going to tell me Disley? Or is it going to tell me Justin Watson? Justin Watson, baby. Hurts, Dobbins, Bucky, Gainwell, AJ Brown, Goddard, Lab. That's enough for advancing in round one. I'm a big fan of the strategy of taking a stud round one that is not in your Super Bowl. Last year, if the Lions held on, you would have needed CMC plus Chiefs Lions. I think this is the wrong way to think about this game, because anything could happen in one game. You just need to be thinking about conceptually what are guys' ceilings in a Super Bowl. I am not a big fan of that strategy. I think that strategy likely leads you to draft. I mean, I guess you could draft unique teams that way, but I would not base my teams around that strategy, I suppose is what I'm saying. Did someone take Justin Watson? D. Cates 18. I know you're in here, man. I know you're in here. Don't be coy. All right, dude. I guess it's QJ. That's a second possible Super Bowl, I think. I could have taken Juju, but that added a second Super Bowl. QJ. No, it didn't. That was dumb. Yeah, you should be woke to Watson. I mean, everyone's kind of woke to Watson because he just scored against the Steelers. How is that team? That team was Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown with Dallas Goedert. We got Kelsey and Noah Gray. We got Ladd. That team is not my finest work, actually. A lot of weight on the shoulders of oh my god, dude. You guys gotta be trolling me. You guys gotta be trolling me. No, we are not concerned about Jalen Hurts. All right. That's a pretty good team. Let's check the old exposure tab. Drafts completed. Let's just go click on a random way too early wildcard team. Just totally whoa, no, back. Way too early wildcard. Load more. Let's just click a random one. Let's guess. Do we think this randomly loaded way too early wildcard will be alive or dead? Do we think will I have both a 5-man potential wildcard lineup and a 5-man Super Bowl in a randomly selected way too early wildcard? Let's see. View full draft. All right. I took Jahmyr Gibbs at 4. I took Mahomes. I took McCaffrey. Not great. I took J-Mo. I took Worthy. I took Jordan Love. Christian Watson. Ooh, Debo. No great. It is technically... No, it's not. It's not live. Not live. That is not live because it does not have a running back in the wild card round. It has 5 live for the Super Bowl. Does not have 5 live for the wild card round. All right, let's click another one. How many is it going to take me to find one that's live? Oh, I must have been worried. Wasn't I worried? I was worried. All right, Josh Allen, A.J. Brown, sick. Devonta Smith, sick. Jacobs, good. Kincaid, live. Aaron Jones, live. Jordan Love, live. Curtis Samuel, live. All live. These are all live. Everyone's alive. There we go. It looks like Buccaneers players were not drafted. Bijan Robinson drafted in this one. Where was Christian McCaffrey drafted in this one? 16th overall by ESPN Josh. Purdy? Sure. Yeah, Cincinnati's going to be drafted in a bunch of these early ones. Hey, let me know if you like it. Not everyone likes it as much as I do. Yeah, Bijan would have been quite the nice early playoff best ball pick. All right, let's look at one more. Hold on, let me do a timestamp for these. Crazy. I certainly am not rich, but some things in life are worth sacrificing for goods. All right, another one. Do we think this one is live? I took Barkley at 1. Woo. Barkley, Hurts, Devonta, Hopkins, Pacheco, Goddard, Dobbins, Herbert, QJ. That's another. Hey, we're live, dude. We got a Marvin Harrison Jr. here. We got a Kittle here. We got a Purdy here. Hey man, we're pretty live, right? We're live here. These ADPs are so much more fun. You just didn't have to take a quarterback every time. How about Nico Collins as a second round pick? A Hurts, Saquon, AJ. Yeah, sick, man. I hope you mean that in a good way. Hopkins at 4 or 5 turn is not great. Dobbins, Herbert, QJ is pretty good, though. All right. These are the way too. A lot of Goddard. A lot of Goff, a lot of Devonta, a lot of Bateman. Hey, no one's dead in these. All right, boys. I think that is gonna do it for me today here at the. I actually don't know. I was literally just Googling this. I did not find an answer on FK. And it's gonna play this week, but it seems pretty important to figure that out. Everyone, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, or how about joining as a member? How about paying $4.99 a month to be a member to support the cause? You know, I'm out here. I'm an independent creator. I'm grinding, trying to survive just like everyone else. Trying to entertain. Trying to educate the community. Not really. I really am just trying to earn a living out here. Consider becoming a member. Consider supporting the boys. Please like the video. And I will be back with you guys all tomorrow to grind even harder. Somehow we're going to find a way to grind even harder. Adios.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's